Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now, it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time they could change a rule and shut a whole genre down. Now, that would not happen to us because on AfricanDiasporaNews.org, we can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News channel. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So I just got through reading an op-ed from that of Charles Jung of the San Francisco Chronicle, where he said that if Democrats basically don't get themselves together in regards to how they treat Asians, they are going to lose their hard-won gains with the Asian community that they have gotten since that of George Bush in the 90s. Now, he specifically said this. In October, I delivered a demand letter to Chesay Bolden on behalf of the California Asian Pacific American Bar Association and 8 other Asian American advocacy organizations. The letter expressed concern that the Bolden was not devoting sufficient resources to Asian American victims and their families. We demanded timely communication with victims of apparent anti-Asian hate and explanation of what Bolden was doing to protect members of the Asian community. After the letter, we met with Bolden twice without disclosing the substance of the discussion. I will say I felt frustrated and let down, talked at rather than listened to. Now, Chesay Bolden is facing a recall election. He is the DA there in San Francisco. He is facing a recall because the Asian community organized to get that recall going because they said that he was ignoring their concerns. Now, you guys know that during the pandemic, an uptick, from what they tell us, an uptick against Asians in regards to violence happened. And so, of course, the Biden administration gave them an anti-Asian hate crime bill. So they're now saying that if Democrats do not do even more to make Asians feel protected, then they're probably going to not be in office as far as they're concerned during the midterms or the 2024 election. Now, said that 63% of Asians, they do not agree with defunding the police because they said that 75% of them were on board with the Black Lives Matter movement, but we don't really agree with defunding the police. And it's also said that 72% of Asians feel like they may be attacked due to their race. And so again, this Charles Jung, he is a writer. He's also a lawyer there, and he represents the Asian community. He says basically, we're going to organize on you guys if you don't give us what we want. Says Democrats, you guys do a lot of talking, but y'all, really kind of ignored us. And I guess maybe he feels like the Asian community is being used. And so I want to say this, get in line. You aren't special to the Democrats. Black people feel the same way, but y'all want to come in and cut in line and talk about, oh, we need protection. We've been saying the same thing, but at least y'all got some sort of protection. Y'all got a hate crime bill. Black people don't have anything specifically to protect us. But the one thing I will say about the Asian community, I would give them big ups because they know how to organize. They know how to say, okay, things aren't moving fast enough. We don't want you to give us lip service. We don't want you talking at us. We actually want you to go and do something. And if you don't, we're going to vote you out of office. Now, the Asian community here in America is the fastest growing community in America, and they're next to, if not the wealthiest community in America. So they do have some power to not only just talk, unfortunately, like we do as Black people, but they know how to make things move because they're used to moving as an organized unit. So again, I feel their frustration, but you ain't special to the Democrats. They're going to use you like they use everybody else. But I will say this about the Asian community. I bet you $1 to a donut, they gonna get what they want. Just watch. You're gonna start to see Democrats start ramping up the conversation about, how we can help Asians more. As you guys saw last week, Joe Biden had the pop group BTS, the Korean pop group BTS there, and they were talking about, thank you so much for the hate crime bill. It's horrible things people say to us because they're Asian, this, that, and the other. But during the midterm elections and the 2024 election, you're gonna hear a whole lot about how the Asians, oh, they need all this protection and this, that, and the other. And you know they started that because they tried to paint the narrative that it was black people that was doing this to the Asians, right? Never mind it was Trump that, you know, started all this mess with the con flu and all that due to the COVID and things like that. But again, I'm not mad at the Asians, but, you know, wait and get in line. But we as black people should take a cue from the Asian community. Do what they're doing. If you don't get us this, even after we voted for you overwhelmingly, then we are going to withdraw our support, and then we're going to give it to somebody else who is going to not ignore us and talk at us, right? So I don't know, y'all. I think we need to follow their lead. But anyway, y'all tell me what you think. For more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.